everybody, it's Miss Maggie here. We're working on kicking this week again. Again, this is always used for my classrooms and not to be repurposed. So today we're going to be doing some stuff here on the mat. I have a wedge mat, as you can see, but this can also be done on a flat mat or a tilt table if you have a tilt table. So we're going to be doing some exercises to try and loosen up our legs a little bit. We need looser legs to try and get some of those muscles, voluntary and involuntary, doing some kicking. So let's lay down. The first one we're going to do is just work on getting our knees flat, okay? So just that knees flat will help with your quads and your hamstrings, okay? So that's one of our first exercises we can do with some of our kiddos who've got a little bit stronger and tenser knees. So we want to get those legs nice and flat. So the next exercise we're going to try and do is we're actually going to try and get this leg up and over the body, okay? So my one leg is still nice and flat. We're just doing a pull across the body, okay? So it stretches that IT band out, stretches out a little bit of your glute or your bottom, and helps with that stretch, okay? So we want to do it on one leg. And of course, whatever we can try and do, we want to try and do it on the other side, okay? So we're flipping to that other side. Now you'll notice that my shoulders are staying flat on the mat, because if it comes up, you're not going to get as much of a stretch. We want to try and keep our shoulders on that mat as best that we can. Okay, so it's nice and stretched out. So we're back down. Now I know a lot of our students kind of sit nice and easy like this. If you can put one leg straight, get this one bent up high like this, and try and open up, but keeping this bend at this 90 degrees right here. So that's something you can try, and open up that inner hips, that hip flexor. Okay, so we'll go to the other side. Flip it over again, up to 90 degrees, because if we're down here, we're not getting that stretch. We're going to be up at a 90 and working it over. Now sometimes we might get a little resistance. If we do, don't push it too hard. Do a nice and easy stretch. Okay, so the next one we're going to try is if you have a table or a mat or a little bit of leverage, you're just going to come to the side of the mat, use that top leg, and just kind of put it over the top. Okay, and just let it hang there. Just that little hang is going to get some of that outer IT band really stretched out. Okay, so on one side, then you might have to roll all the way to the other side of the mat to get that other side. Again, it's all the way over, just let it hang off the edge. Okay, you can do this one, your shoulders up. If you can keep your shoulder on the mat, it'll help with that stretch on the back of your bottom and underneath by your hamstrings. While we're down in this position, we can work on some of those kicking moves. Now, if you need to give a hand or some assistance, just grab that leg and just work on this movement, okay? If you're able to do it by yourself, great. Just kicking that knee and moving it. Otherwise, go ahead and have someone help hold the bottom and just get this leg moving here, okay? So you'll feel there might be some stretching all throughout your shin and also on your hamstrings. Okay, so just this movement. So if I'm laying down, just getting that up and down move. Okay. Back to this side now. Now my leg is kind of stuck like this. We do want to try and work that bend a little bit. If we have super tight quads, we won't be able to get that bend. So we might have to work on that bend up and down. All right. Remember, we're trying to work both sides. Even though most people have a preferred leg for kicking, when you're working them out, you want to work one just yourself. Okay. So we're still going. Do those exercises a few times to get those legs nice and warmed up. Sometimes it feels good to be laying down when you're doing it. But we'll see you next week, all right? So keep at it and keep kicking, you guys.